on? Right now next to my two buddies. And what we're going to talk about is, what are you going to talk about?
I don't know, what are we talking about?
I think you came
tonight?
here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Mr. Timmy.
I think that's just...
This is Matt and Timmy, in case they've been with me for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I guess, right?
5 years, yeah. You know what? This is my 5th year anniversary.
Wow.
August 2008.
Wow, what about
I
you?
remember when you came here.
Yeah, 5 years, thanks to you.
5 years. Anyway, my goal is to do a video, Matt's goal is to do a video, and Tim's goal is to do a video. So in that moment, we're all doing videos. Again, Tim wants to talk about
I want to talk about awareness.
awareness, and you want to talk about.
We can talk about awareness.
Okay, good.
I think awareness is important.
Yeah, I'm just a middleman.
Anything, you can say anything. You can make that, any topic could encapsulate that.
Okay, so you're talking tonight about,
Awareness, really. I mean, it's about, like I said, you can make anything that topic, but it's like...
You're supposed to laugh somehow. I like this guy. Every time I say something, he laughs. I love it. Yeah.
So,
Good.
so today is ecological sustainability and awareness, because the most important part of being sustainable or ecologically conscious is being aware of not only what you're doing every day, but how everything that you're doing affects the planet, each other, other economies, other countries, and things like that. So if you really are, the more aware you are of the sort of ripple effect of your actions, the more conscious you'll be, and the more aligned your choices will be with the you know, sort of like the greater good. And in that sense, you know, you look at what you're eating, how what you're eating gets to you, the materials that it takes to create what you're eating, and all this kind of stuff, and how that affects not only the planet but, you know, other countries. You know, what kind of labor was used to get the food that you are eating now? You know, was there exploitation involved? Was the fruit companies going to countries where they weren't as strict of environmental restraints and things like that?
But that's the case. We should not be eating anything from other countries.
We shouldn't really.
We shouldn't!
Unless we paid a fair wage.
Unless we pay a fair wage.
There's two parts. If you did pay a fair wage to
Right.
people who were growing
Price would be
food,
astronomical.
and still you'd have to pay for the, you'd pay an ecological price for the shipping.
Right.
So that's one step would be paying a fair wage. And a lot of the fair trade stuff is just a bunch of rhetoric. I mean, there's very few places that are fruit companies that are actually paying a fair wage. It's just they created a fair trade, you know, thing. And
like $1 a day is fair.
Yeah, it's fairer than 10 cents
Better
a
than
day.
10 cents a day.
But
and actually, you're going to talk about it today.
But that's what today we're going to talk about growing food.
Yeah. Why don't you talk a little? Want to talk about that?
Yeah. We'll grow. It should be. It's possible if we are smart creatures, right? We have a potential for a lot of innovation.
Right.
So we can use these ancient natural technologies to be able to grow food for ourselves all year, and it's not hard. It's just a matter of
including fruit.
Including fruit.
Including fruit.
Yeah. Back to our roots.
Back to the roots. Good.
So you have your.
You're definitely rooted. You're probably the most rooted person I know.
So, like, for instance, I have something over there, just as one example, a hugelkultur badge. A hugelkultur is a technology out of...
H-U-G-E-L?
H-U-G-E-L, culture, K-U-L-T-U-R. It means mound culture in German.
Okay, in case anybody knows, wants to write this down. Good.
It's Austrian German. It's ancient, and what happens is you're using the breakdown of hardwoods within a mound with different layering and things like that. It's more complicated, a little bit more complicated than that, but it's fairly simple. And what's happening is you're creating a microclimate by a rapid breakdown of materials, which generates a lot of heat from within. So if you can plant citrus trees in this climate, those roots will be sheltered by the warmth created by that bed, and then you can have citrus in this climate. They have it in North Austria. There's some other elements that are involved as far as using.
So you're saying as long as the roots are in a warm environment, you can grow citrus plants.
Yeah.
And the way you're doing it is get like tree stumps.
Yeah, you're kind of creating a bed. I mean, you can go on naturespilgrim.com. I have all these. I have free seminars and like blueprints for all this stuff. But you're basically using wood. It's like you ever seen like Pacific Northwest forest where you have big trees that fall over, and all of a sudden they gotta get covered up with things, and then other trees grow out of that. And all that vegetation. That's the concept.
Wow.
It's a mirror of nature, but it's taking it. You know, people think when you go back to nature, you have to live like a caveman, or you're more primitive, you're not as evolved, you're not technologically evolved.
Well, maybe.
But when you go back to nature and you maintain your innovation in that sort of like human quest for science and exploration, then you can use those same natural materials. I mean, a scientist that needs to rely on non-sustainable or ecologically irresponsible materials is not as good a scientist as a guy who can go into nature and find the same results using the materials we already have. Because remember, anything that used in a lab that could be potentially dangerous has its genesis in a truly natural source. It's just refined and refined and refined. If you can use the more raw version of that, and that's what it goes back to the whole raw thing, as it was created by nature to make sure that the balance is maintained. The balance has been maintained from the beginning. When we sort of compartmentalize all these different sciences, there's very little check and balance in the context of an ecological.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Awesome.
Awesome.
So it's really just about awareness, because when you all you have to do is be aware. We're so disconnected. Every little different thing we do in our lifestyle, we think about it just in the context of that aspect of lifestyle instead of how it affects.
You take it to the highest level of being connected.
Well, I think that
you want
it's
a very
easy
high
to
level.
get there, but it's hard to be honest when you're not quite there.
I'm not there.
Right.
Not even close. Tim, what's your thing about awareness?
Well,
you had a very dramatic situation.
Yeah, a close friend of mine that I've known since kindergarten. About a year and a half ago, he was diagnosed with brain cancer, and he was dabbling with smoothies and vegan meals here and there, but not going full-fledged. And what I've noticed as I've gone through this journey so far is that men seem to be stubborn. Mostly men.
In fact,
they're stubborn.
we have 3 men in our audience right now. No women, 3 men. And you want to do a quick video? Quick, Dad.
Heard that.
Men are stubborn.
Men are
typically stubborn. They don't want to get checked out. They think everything's fine. And he waited a long time, and by the time he was diagnosed, it was already far in to the point where he wasn't sure what to do about it.
Right.
And connecting to what Matt said, as far as awareness and going back to our roots, since I've changed my diet 5 years ago, my taste buds and my senses to everything around me with food and lifestyle, we become stronger in all those areas. Not just hearing and seeing, but taste and smell. And like when you're saying like the way the tree falls over and everything starts to grow back on top of it, if you pay attention to everything around you and cut out stuff that you don't need, you can become closer to nature. You can go back to your roots. And in so doing that, you will have less disease. You'll have more great reward. So I definitely feel a lot more vibrant eating this lifestyle, and things are coming in as the bad and old goes out. And I think that's very important to balance those two together, and that's awareness on both sides. Awareness on your lifestyle, awareness on, oh, should I go to the doctors and get something checked out? Not saying you should go to doctors all the time, but I think you should be checked out. There's nothing wrong with, if you have a regular diet, go get checked out. And then that way you can find some things wrong.
Actually, I have 3 guys in the audience who just became aware. Number 1. Chuck, look at this big guy. He became aware. How long you been raw now? Vegetarian raw?
About a week.
And what's the difference?
I have more energy, not just physical energy, positive energy. I feel it affects mind, body, and spirit. Since I dropped, I started going, the transitional phase was about 3 weeks. I started doing smoothies, raw fruits and vegetables, and within that period of time I've already lost 10 pounds, and I've been feeling great, and I'm becoming, a
raw vegan.
A raw vegan.
Right there. There's somebody else. Here's somebody else. Go ahead. This is Jay. Actually, these guys are just all these guys.
Drinking my green smoothie. I have one every day. They're great. I enjoy them. I've been doing this lifestyle for about a year and a half, and really enjoying it. Meeting a lot of nice people and having a good time.
Okay, next. Richard, where are you? Hey, Rich. Rich, you want to do it? Rich, you want to say something?
Hello.
No?
What about what?
What about the 30-day program?
30-day program is awesome.
Rich,
It is the best deal in town. So get over to Arnold's Way for the 30-day raw challenge.
Well, that's what I do. Is anybody
The best meal.
who's on the verge of thinking about coming raw, I give them a 30-day deal.
It's a great head start.
It's a great head start. I give them a free meal every day and a green smoothie every single day. It's a $490 value for $99. If you don't have the money, guess what I do? I give for free. I do.
Yep.
I give for free, and this is my thing because I get rewarded other ways. So you had major results, right?
Absolutely.
What have you had?
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Really
You're able to
boosts your
hide me
energy.
pretty good.
Yep. I get on my bike and ride it for like 25 miles.
Oh, good. Wow. Wow. And this is, you want to say anything?
No.
No? Deanna? No? Hi. Shay, you want to say anything?
No, we're good.
We're good, okay. Anyway, Matt, you want to finish it? This is one of 4 videos we're going to hopefully do by the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah, finish it.
So now we're gonna we're trying to rein Arnold back in, and then do our next couple videos.
Next couple videos, yeah.
Awareness is important.
Awareness. And you're kind of dedicated to your friend
I'm
who's
staying in your
brain
chair there, Arnold.
Yes.
Yeah, and I dedicate to everybody who needs dedication. Okay, from the 3 guys, 6 points. Yay! Bye.